Hello friends. Okay, today's tips for you guys if you guys are ever gonna build a patio roof, right? And I'm gonna share with you some of my own tips that I've been building for other people's home and myself. And I've never actually got a chance around to do mine. I bought this home for like almost 5 years now, and I guess in a way, luckily. Not luckily, but unfortunately, it's a COVID-19. So I've decided to build a. I had some time to build this, and the process is long. I'll tell you that for sure. The reason being is because you can see my home. It's all interlocked in stone. I mean, even with this garden that I built here for my wife. Okay, and imagine this: it's a huge project. The reason why I'm telling you this right now is I even had a tree, a huge tree that's the root is coming off and is leaning towards my house and other people's home. I had to chop that off and cut it to part. And here it's all grass before, right? And it grew, and plants grew so high you wouldn't believe it. Every summer coming out, I have to cut this over maybe so often. So just to let you see, everything is done here. The only thing I need is to make a column at the bottom, okay, to raise it up, just to make it look waterproof and nice and decorated. I did this during the winter time, okay, and to be honest with you, I only used these 3 posts, pressure treated, and the ledger board, okay. So first off, let's start with the post base, okay. I actually built this post above ground, and I'll tell you that for me that's very important. Okay, and another thing is I dug these 3 posts hole 52 inches, okay, under. That way is below the frostbite. And at the same time, this is the one that you're gonna use a lot of cement bags, but it's okay, because if you wanted to shift this post in the future, you could, because it's all solid. That's the reason why I'm doing above. But the main reason is a lot of people would just put it straight down to the ground. Yes, it's a good thing, it's gonna be solid. However, if you're gonna do it, for me, I actually do all my renovation, okay. So I don't want to be putting it down the ground. The only reason why is down the future, all that waste of you making the cement post, okay, digging, it's going to be a waste, because you're going to dig it back up in the future, and you're going to have a hell of a problem, a lot of labor work, because the fact that you didn't put the post, it's going to get rotten basically, okay. But obviously on the top it's going to get rotten as well. However, on the top you can actually change it yourself. It's very easy when you do it. At the same time, okay, this video is not about changing the post now, okay, but it's going to be very easy for you to change the post, okay. It's basically about tips and what I've done. Another thing is, if you're doing basically from, I have 3 posts, they're about 16 feet almost, okay, close, but let's say it's 16 feet. Some people put only 2 posts, or even if they, let's say they have for example 14 feet or 12 feet, they put 2 posts that I've seen many. Always try, if you could, or depending on design, it's better to have 3 posts, okay. I've always gone with this theory, because if 1 post is gone, the other 2 posts still going to be supporting it, okay. Basically on the time frame that you have certain ways of emergency to fix it or whatever it is. But I went with 3 posts, okay. So basically, here, let's get back to this first tip first. So you got the post on top, right? Basically, you also should have a bracket that is a quality good bracket. This is almost $100, okay, in Ontario for these brackets. And basically, as you can see, it's above the concrete. It's sitting there. So basically, I'm gonna wrap my post very soon, okay. Basically, I'm gonna wrap it up to support from you could say from the weather and all that, from here, winter, rain, okay, protection. And I'll tell you this one. This is also an experiment for me. These these 2x6 here I have, they're not pressure treated. Okay, like I mentioned, I only have 3 posts pressure treated and the ledger board. Okay, all these in here are not pressure treated. So, but I treated it with oil. Okay, you know, car oil, 10W30 or whatever it is, car oil. Okay, I treated it with the oil, and actually, because I heard before and I watched some of the videos, and some of the old guys back in the days, they use oil for treating their wood. So that's what I did. Okay, and another tip, you guys should know that. Oh, by the way, sorry. When you do this post above ground, this is very important. So, if you're gonna do it at home, all of a sudden, like, you're gonna feel, oh, why is it not solid? Okay. So we'll get to this right now. Once you put the post in, right, and when you connect the top beam right across, okay, once you screw it in, like you saw up there, all these 3 posts is screwed it in, right? Okay, you're gonna feel moving. Let's say you push it, it moves, right, a bit, and you push it, move. But if you put it on the ground all the way in, like a lot of people do, like they put a post down, it stays dead solid. Yes, but in this scenario it doesn't. It kind of move, right? But you see now, like I'm banging on it, it's not going nowhere. The reason why it's missing this, okay? So once you put this these support in, as you can see, I still have to put a beam in between here, okay? I still have to put a beam into between there for air gap, so then it stays solid, so it doesn't fluctuate in the winter, okay? Because my air was, I'll tell you this right now too, in the beginning, because during the COVID-19 I'm having trouble ordering the parts and everything, so I was supposed to, it came too slow, and then I didn't put the, so I cut it, my post right in between, let me just try to see because the sun is shining. Here, I'll go to this side. You see that, how like I cut both sides and I split it, okay? Because I wanted the beams sitting on pressure downward on this, right? Basically, I wanted to do this way for the force to go down, which is right. However, I should have just cut that and got another 6x6 poles running straight across down, right? That's what I should have done. Or I could have put these 2x6 together, okay? But now, like, it's okay. It's not. It still it still has a look for it. So I'll just put some. Even if you want, you can put some block in too. But I'm just gonna get another beam, run right across, keep it solid, okay? And once you have these support right here in, it actually is solid dead. Okay, so don't be nervous while, like, if you're doing a top post and then some people, oh, it's shaky, it's not strong. That's because you're not actually struggling putting all the structure into the beam already, okay? And as you can see on this angle, I'm showing you, my roof patio is not actually really slanting down on a huge slope. If you can see at the end right there, right? I actually custom this slope, so the longest part right here is actually trying to get that slope right to sit on these cross beam, okay? Once you have the actual angle, then you're good to go. That'll be a fast process, okay? And the reason why it took me long, because like I said, I custom sloped this one because I didn't, if you can see, a lot of the homes when they build a roof, the slope is a lot, okay? It's really slopes down. I didn't do that because I don't want, right here in the winter, I already predicted that always there's going to be a lot of snow sitting on top. So if there's a lot of snow sitting on top, I rather it pressuring down rather than when you have a lot of slope. When you have a lot of snow, rain, it'll come down faster. But if you have snow, it's still going to sit onto your roof. And then the pressure comes on an angle and it gives a lot of pressure, okay, to these posts. Even though I have 3 posts and it's very strong and sturdy, but still at the same time, I wanted the pressure to come down instead, okay? So these are the tips if you guys looking forward to that. And basically just another thing, like when considering, like I said, if you had a post running right across on this sitting, then these support beam would be in from this area, right? Then it gives a different look too. Okay, so if you guys interested in these type of videos, or I hope this video helps you guys in building your patio. It's not a long process. The longest process for me is digging these 3 holes, okay? Because I actually digged it by hand with a couple tools. That's it, you know, hole digger and picks and all that. So that's the only reason why it took me long. But each one of these jobs, it's the process of building the foundation that took long. But once it came into framing and everything, that went very quick for me. Okay, so I hope this video helps you guys in looking towards building a patio project like this. It can be done by yourself, because I did this all by myself, to be honest with you. Even by bringing these big 4x8 sheets all the way up here, I did everything by myself. Okay, most of my project is because of course, like my wife and children, they're still young. My kids still very young, and my wife, you know, woman, like I don't want women to do these kind of things. It's the fact that my wife's already tired. I want to be the man doing all the work. Okay, so I mean, I'm not saying the woman can't handle this. Of course, there's a lot of women that I know that can do these type of jobs. That's good. Okay, so if you guys like these kind of video, and I hope this video helps you, please give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for my next videos. Thanks, guys.